Alright, what's going on, guys? Bringing you a new Bitcoin analysis video. Going to keep it really short like usual. So I have weekly resistance marked out here. It's this candle close. It was resistance, 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 resistance. You can see price push above it. Got rejected really hard and closed below it. On this candle we pushed above it. Couldn't close above it. Ended up closing below it. Pushed higher. Ended up closing below it. Came back up, pushed higher than this resistance level, closed below it, and then we've retraced. So that's a very key weekly level there that's been acting as resistance pretty well here. So I also have this lowest close down here as weekly support. I guess I'm going to go ahead and mark out this weekly demand as well. Let me turn down this music, sorry about that. So yeah, I think that's enough on the weekly. Let's go ahead and drop it down to the daily time frame. So you can see price held on the retest of this weekly support right here. It's also a daily demand zone. Price retested it, pushed a little bit higher, and got rejected off of this daily resistance level. Another level of interest for me is this supply zone here. So price closed under this weekly level on this candle, made a lower low, retested it, and dumped. Sold off. The origin of the sell-off of this consolidation right here is a supply zone. And then we also have this daily level. It's the lowest close of this consolidation right here. So I'm also going to mark that out as daily support. So you can see price has, after we rallied a little bit, got rejected by this daily resistance, came back down to support, pushed below it, closed back above it, pushed below it, closed back above it, and we just started this day off like 3 hours ago, so not very much movement yet. But to me, it looks like price is wanting to go higher. As long as this daily support level holds, I'm aiming, I'm bullish and I'm aiming for higher price targets. I think right now on the daily time frame, my target is 11,280, the supply zone. Well, I think there's a few levels on H4 and H1 that might stop price. So go ahead and drop it down to the H4. Let's see, hold on. Just cleaning that up real quick. So you can see this daily resistance level was resistance, 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 flipped as support, kind of used it as support, and then dumped off. See price tested it as resistance, got rejected a little bit, a false high or false break, whatever. Came back, retested as resistance on the underside right here, and then sold off. You see it came down into the daily support, held it here on the retest, and then actually broke it. And you can see price basically is reclaiming this daily support level here. So to me, it doesn't look like a bad buy right now, a long. If I was just to say market in right here, this is the kind of setup I'd be looking to take. Shout out to Cred. I've been kind of testing out this new stop placement method that he showed me. So let's see, 3.5. So this is like something I would look to take, just if I was to take on a position right now where my stop placement would be, it would be under this candle here that broke price back above this SR level. And my first target, well, really my target would be here. And then up here at the supply zone. So if I was long here, I would look to take profit off at 10.4, like 10.413, and about 10.7. So those would be my two targets if I was long here. And then eventually up to 11,280 is my next higher time frame target. So I think that's well, I guess I could cover downside target just in case we do fail. This level fails and we end up going lower, which I'm not really trying to predict anything here, just going to react off of what price does. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because I'm not long. It was just giving you an example of kind of where my stop and my targets would be. So downside targets, the first obvious one, say price fails to hold this daily support level, comes down, retest as resistance. You know, this would be my first target, weekly support, if price was to break that level. And then next area that I would look to be buying at or take profit on my shorts would be 8.8. Because if you look on the daily time frame, go ahead and delete that line real quick. You know, we had this daily demand push price higher, came retested it here, and you can see we are setting higher lows. Like here's a low, here's a higher low, here's a higher low. But I don't know how many more you know, tests of this area down here that it can hold without it breaking. You know, if price does come back down here below this weekly support level, I would imagine that this, you know, this area breaks and we come down to weekly demand. So yeah, that's where I would look to be buying more spot Bitcoin or take profit on my shorts. Would be down here at weekly demand. So there's two different ways I would go about buying down there. The first way would be if price comes down, this is on the daily time frame, price comes down, test the weekly demand, and it closes below this level here, 87.50, then I would be looking to buy down here at this demand. You know, it's like a smaller demand zone inside the big weekly demand zone. That's the first option. If price closes below this top line, I would expect price to come down here, and that's where I would look to buy. But if price comes and tests this weekly demand, comes back up and closes here, that's a really crappy example. Hopefully you get the point though. Price pushes lower, comes back up and closes back above here. Then you could buy off of that. That'd be a good entry trigger in my opinion. So yeah, that's just really two ways that I would approach buying down there at weekly demand if price is, you know, breaks down from here. I think that's about it, guys. I think I covered everything that I had to talk about. Downside targets are weekly demand if this weekly support breaks. But to me, I think we are going higher here. That's what it looks like, in my opinion, as long as we're holding daily support. I think my first upside target would be 10.4, and then 10.7 if you're trading on like H1 or H4. That's where I look to take profit. If you're just trading these daily swings, then I'm targeting 11 to 80. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any feedback, comments, questions, anything like that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.